everybody, welcome. You know, one of the things that really has caught my attention, if you like, is that in different places that I've been to visit, how potters seem to put up with making their pots and putting their pots, when they made them, on what I would call really crappy boards or really crappy wareboards, you know. Any old piece of wood will do, it seems, you know. Any old bit of plank of wood, different sizes, different shapes, anything will do. Well, I find it, I can't live like that. So I've been down to my local one of these big, huge hardware type stores. I've got here some plywood, which is, I guess, about, well, a good ½ inch thick anyway, maybe 5/8, I'm not sure, of an inch. All that remains for me to do is to, you know, you can go down one of these big hardware do-it-yourself type stores and get a sheet of something similar to this. You want something fairly stout, something that's not going to bend too much, because it's too bendy, you know, when you're carrying boards like this, all the pots are sort of, the board is bending up and down, that's not much good. So it needs to be stout enough, but on the other hand, you don't want to make it so heavy that, you know, it's too heavy. So you need to get it about right. And I would say some plywood like this is about right, and about that thickness. And usually they'll cut it for you. This was cut for me yesterday, and all I've got to do now is get a piece of sandpaper here, a block of wood, and basically don't forget to sand not only the sides here, the edges I mean, but also the flat surface. Give them a good sanding, because if you don't, you find they're difficult to clean when they've got wet clay on them. When you lift the pots off, they'll leave stains, and the clay gets kind of ingrained into the wood if you don't get them smooth. So give them a good sanding. And it's worth setting yourself up, you know. I mean, I bought, I think a sheet of that, which is like basically 3 of these, cost me something like $10. Okay? But that gives me 3 boards. 3 wareboards. Alright, and then I get these very, let's just bring the camera over here a minute and I can just show you what I'm about. I get these are very cheap, these kind of brackets, and these are ideal for a pottery studio. I think these are about 98 cents a piece. Well, that's going to be my next job here, because you can see I've got this nice bit of wall in front of me here, which is crying out for some shelving. So basically I'm going to be putting these up here on the wall in a row. I can get about half a dozen there. All right. So I want to encourage you not to make pots and put them on scrappy bits of wood like that, but invest in your pottery studio. Go and get yourself some decent pieces of plywood like that, which you can use as wareboards, and give them a jolly good sanding down. And they, you know, it's well worth doing that, because you'll use them again and again and again. But I'll tell you what, something else. They'll encourage you to make more and more in more numbers. Repeat, which is what you need as you keep practicing, which we all have to do, don't we? We all have to keep practicing. Hey, hang on in there. See you soon. Just a few little practical things there for your studio. I hope that it helps somebody. Okay, bye now.